Welcome, folks, to the 8th oldest stadium in the country, Vaught Hemingway, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where folks have been shouting "Hotty Toddy" since the very early hours today. This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season, trying to make a strong statement. Big playoff implications. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll run it from the gun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Caught near the sideline. It's Freeman. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Always have to be careful on the sideline not to step out accidentally. The wide receiver does a good job here on the route to bring the ball in while on a tightrope.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, here it is, opening drive of the game. You're just trying to find that rhythm, run the ball, a couple passes, and this one backfires. Poor decision by the quarterback. That's 100% on him, and this defense now gives their own offense great field position here to get points on the board.
And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down.
This is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Will he score here? Touchdown, Wildcats. Setting the tone early on offense.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the powerful Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Pulls it in. It's Freeman. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. That's a nice pickup there. They buy some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
The gain is 3 yards, brings up a second down and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Catch made on the sidelines, good enough for a first down. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. And the Rebels starting a new series here on 1st and 10. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Their first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second- and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
This is the 6th play on the drive. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. And he's got his man open downfield. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
A new set of downs after that completion. First down, looking to throw the football. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway in the 26-yard line is huge.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack because right now it's not working.
He'll take a deep shot here. And is intercepted. Can he take it all the way? And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, mistake by the quarterback of putting that up in the air, but a great play by the free safety. You know, you sit back and cover 3. The center fielder is the free safety. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, and when that ball is released, he's got to show an athletic ability to be able to go find the football and come down with it for an interception.
And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Trying to create outside the pocket now. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away, they try to force the issue. This one almost backfires on him as he tried to squeeze that throw in. He's lucky he didn't throw an interception.
The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. Not much on the return there, but the interception gives the football back to the offense at the 47.
Chris, how about the big 300-pound defensive lineman getting his paw on that football and bringing it in for an interception?
And here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. Here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Catch made on the out route. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch, a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
Can he get there on the ground? The defense all over him. They stop him right at the line.
Wow, the defense prevented them from getting the first down. How about that? Nice job of holding their point there at the defensive line. They came close to getting the first, but the defense deserves credit. Now we've got 4th and inches.
They need less than a yard for a first down. They'll go for it on 4th. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Timeout, Ncaa.
The offense stays on the field, of course. It's 4th down and inches. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Finds his man, has the first down. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. Kentucky getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Set of downs after that completion. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Tiny space at the 20. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
And looking to throw now on first down. Will make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. So the quarterback says, I'll do this myself. He just takes off and flashes the speed in the touchdown run.
My goodness, his creativity and speed makes it almost impossible to stop. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I start locking in on this quarterback's ability to run, because if you don't, you're going to see a lot more plays like this.
He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. The shotgun handoff here. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Caught on the outside. It's Freeman. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, that's a nice completion to the sideline with great timing. The connection between the receiver and the quarterback was on full display to be able to get that first down.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Breaking free at midfield. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up the back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And he's taken down way behind the line. It'll be a huge loss here.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down, bringing pressure. The veteran quarterback lucky that didn't result in a takeaway.
Boy, this quarterback has a lot of confidence in his arm. He tried to thread the needle into double coverage. Lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
3rd down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. And he drops back in the gun. Quick throw to his receiver. Another interception. That's number 4 today. Are you kidding me? And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the 1st and the 2nd option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Good as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
They've already converted once on 4th down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They pick up the 1st down. Tackled at the 25.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, and no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble. Extending the play now.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Kentucky now operating in the red zone. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking for his big tight end. He's got it right near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Wildcats. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill set allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
Rebels offense is back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Not a big return, but the pick ends the scoring threat. The offense will now take over at the 30.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack because right now, this isn't working.
Tackle made after a big gain.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
We've reached the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. 1st and 10 now for the offense. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Receiver makes the catch, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Kentucky 28, Ole Miss 0.
And the returner decides to signal fair catch.
Yeah, bro, he looked a lot better today than he did against South Carolina.
And the Rebels offense is back out on the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
That's a strong run. Keeps the drive going. First down now. The back's got it. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Gain of 1. 2nd down coming up.
From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Rifles this football to the left. And the pass is dropped, incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Oh, nearly picked off again. They almost had another one, but it will set up 4th down.
Oh, man, nearly a disastrous play there by the quarterback. Look at his facial expressions right now. He knows that he caught a break, trying to force the ball in there. He's going to have to make better decisions moving forward and work through his progressions to find his open man.
Offense going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. Needs a completion here on 4th down. He's running out of time here. That's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on 4th down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark.
Pressure comes, and once again, no escape.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped. But a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
Challenging spot for the offense. It's 3rd down and long from the 45. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long. But when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things. And it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And the returner will be brought down. And the Rebels offense back out on the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? It's an out route. The catch made. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
Let's it fly to the wideout. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He'll try a pass here, but they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And he fires the football to the right side. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. Took contact on the throw. And it's incomplete. Even on a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Minuta's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Rebels will kick this away to begin the 2nd half. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. And this offense trying to build in a very impressive 1st half performance, trying to stretch the lead right away here in the 3rd. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. This offense continues to roll. We wondered, would this defense come up with some answers at halftime? Not on that play.
No, they've tried to make every adjustment they can. This offense has been very impressive with the way they're able to keep this ball on the ground, churning out big yards. I think they're gaining more confidence, really, as this game goes on.
Defense bracing for the run against this heavy formation. On 1st down, they'll keep the running game churning. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
On the ground, it's Wilson. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Running back grabs it on a screen. Runs through the defender. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Personal foul gives the offense a fresh set of downs. This Kentucky offense is quickly moving down the field. Here's a carry for the fullback. And brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle. second down play coming up. QB decides to keep it here. And that run produces a decent gain.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, you're going to have to keep your eye on that defensive end. If he collapses down inside to the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself as a quarterback to the outside. Now, if he stays outside, you're going to go ahead and leave it in the running back's belly. In this case, he pulled it and got some good yards himself.
Caught near the sticks. It's Banks. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. Second down and goal. It's an option look. And they've got him.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
We'll see what the offense dials up here on 3rd and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on 3rd and goal. It brings us to 4th and goal. And as a head coach on the offensive side, when you put together this kind of drive, you're this close, inside the 3-yard line, you've got to come away here with a touchdown.
Big play for both teams. Can the offense punch it in? 4th and goal from the 2. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. That's another passing strike from this quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ballgame.
Boy, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough time to throw. And, man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up coverage because right now it is not working.
And the powerful Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
My pleasure.
Complete over the middle. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
The slant may look like an easy play to defend, but it can be really tough, especially against man coverage, without any help to the inside. If you're the offense and you continue to see that man coverage, they might as well just keep attacking just like that.
He's brought down out at the 46.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. The pass is intercepted. Not much of a return, but the important thing is the interception sets the offense up at the 45.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Time for one more play here in the quarter. Ball handed off. And the tackle is made as time runs out in the 3rd quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Same tailback, another carry. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing it.
And he'll scoot out of bounds after a short gain, not enough for the first down.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good, positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Getting set. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Receiver makes the grab. And they bring him down at the 5. Solid gain, though, in the completion.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
First and goal, will try to run it in. Stop right at the line. This is a stubborn defense backed up against the goal line.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers and make the play.
Offense facing second and goal. That's a design quarterback keeper. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. Let's see what they can do here. Third down and goal from the 1. And the back now goes in motion. Trying to throw for it on third and goal. They've got him down behind the line. They lose yardage on that completion.
Well, obviously, you're going to throw the football on third down. Man, they complete that pass and lose yardage to set up this big fourth down.
They'll pass up the chip shot field goal. They'll go for it on fourth and goal from the 4. Quarterback drops back. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. And the beatdown continues.
This is just complete domination in every phase. Offense, defense, special teams. Fun to see for this team. Unfortunate on the other side.
Automatic on the PAT. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Caught over the middle. It's Freeman. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
Hey, that's a great game right here for these guys. And it hasn't been a good day, let's face it. But I love the fact that they're still fighting. In a drive like this, who knows what it could do for you. Maybe get points on the board. Maybe not able to come back in this game. But, man, it
goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. They get him down after a short return, but the offense will go to work from the 44.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide. It can create some vertical seams for big plays.
And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And the quarterback just kneels down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Offense getting set. It's second down. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, Kentucky.
Now it's second down here. An inside give now from the shotgun. Finding space at the 20. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Kentucky getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And they've got him, but there's also a flag on the play. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
That's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there. As this clock continues to wind down, this offense has had a great day.
Kentucky has moved into the red zone now. Heading left after the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He stays alive. He escapes one man, but he'll be swallowed up in the play and taken down.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
When you've already converted 4 for 4 on 4th down, why not go for it again? See if they can stay perfect. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big 4th down stop.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
And there's a deep throw with the clock winding down. Oh, they almost had another interception. It'll be second down.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
4th down, looking to throw for it. Lets it go quickly. The pass is incomplete. The defense holds on 4th down, and they'll take over.
Well, that'll do it, Chris. This defense has played well the entire game. It's very fitting here on this 4th down play in the 4th quarter. Under 2 minutes to go. They step up again. Give them the game ball.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking for 6. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line. Well, here we are, midpoint of the season, and this group is still marching along undefeated, chasing a perfect record and getting a lot of attention, Kirk, at this point.
Well, they're as good as anybody that we've seen all year long in college football. They are headed towards that college football playoff and a shot at a national championship. Now, the thing is, they just need to remain focused on each week that lies ahead of them. If they're able to do that, you've got a dangerous football team here.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.